There are many challenges facing the Davenport city government, and two of the positions on the city council are about to be open. News 8's Jonathan Ketz joins us live at Greatest Grains as he has breakfast with Mayor Frank Klipsch this week. Good morning, John.
Good morning there, Angie. Yeah, the one and only Mayor Frank Klipsch right here. We have a great breakfast pizza right here and some healthy muffins that Max Mayfield from Greatest Grains has made for us. So thank you for coming out and enjoying this Thursday morning with us, Mr. Mayor.
Pleasure, Jonathan. I mean, not many people that I would get up for.
You got to get up for me, my man.
Well, that's true. I usually get up when I'm working out at the Y. But this is equally as good.
Right. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you joining us here on Good Morning Quad Cities. We want to talk about some of the challenges facing the city government right now. So the third ward, for instance, tell us why you guys are going to have a special election for the seat that Bill Boom used to have.
Well, I think it's always important to give the voters an opportunity to give their input as to how we're going to do that. Obviously, there was an open seat, therefore we're going to fill it. The timing of that worked well for a special election because it was time to, in fact, have an election, a primary, then the election, which will be July 11th, and then we'll have a new alderman for the third ward seated just about a week after that vote is verified, and they'll be on board. As comparison to the sixth ward, with Alderman Justin, and we're going to miss him, he's got a new job in Florida. We're looking to do an appointment because if we went through a special election process, we wouldn't have anybody seated till literally a couple of weeks before the general election. And it just would be so confusing for people. And it would take so long before we'd have any representation for the 6th Ward during some very active times. So we'll let people focus on the general election, let the elected process happen, get somebody elected, and then as soon as that election happens, the person is the interim fill-in here, would step aside, and we'd appoint the new person, so they would start in November.
So that was going to be my next question regarding the 6th Ward, is that this person that's going to be appointed to the 6th Ward position that Jeff's leaving, that person will not be able to run in the election in November.
Well, it's not will be able to, but aren't interested. One of the 4 criteria is we want somebody with council experience, we want somebody that has economic development experience, someone who lives in the 6th Ward, and someone who's not interested in running in November. So when we find anybody interested in those criterion, but it seems that there's very few people that meet those criteria, and we're looking at probably to make that decision within the next 2 weeks.
Kraft Heinz on the West End.
Right.
Tell me when they are supposed to get their new facility built in North Davenport.
Well, that should happen. Again, it's in a process of being built now. It'll probably be within the next, they're hoping, I think within the next, probably late this fall.
Okay.
And be able to start moving into the new facility at that time.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you joining us for the 6 o'clock hour, Mr. Frank Klipsch, the one and only right here on Good Morning Quad Cities. Viewer questions, we've got a lot of them. That's coming up at 6:35 right here on Good Morning Quad Cities, Angie.
All right. Thank you, John, and thank you, Mr. Mayor. And don't forget, we do a special Facebook Live every Thursday morning, show you the behind the scenes of our breakfast with. That takes place right after Good Morning Quad Cities on the WQAD Facebook page. Next week, we're having breakfast with the leaders of the John Deere Classic. We'll be talking to Tournament Director Claire Peterson and Birdies for Charity Director Christy Ketchum-Jackson at TPC Deere Run starting at 5 a.m.